So this is a different style of video. I don't feel like live streaming, but I also don't feel like making a full-on video. So it's just gonna be me working in this video with no cuts in there at all. And yeah, that's gonna be it. So I'm just gonna talk through what I'm doing. Right now, I'm working on a reader that allows me to highlight sentences on a web browser. Let me give you a quick example. So I can go highlight a sentence, and it's going to give me back a response. And so my hope with this is that I can pipeline Llama 3 with it to help me break down sentences. And this is very useful because let's say I'm reading a paper. There are often a lot of terminology that I don't understand. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be able to parse PDFs at the moment right now. But let's see if I can do it in HTMLX format. Oops. Other formats. I know some of these papers allow you to read it online, but anyways, I should be able to highlight a sentence and get a Llama 3 output back to me, so that I can understand kind of what that sentence exactly is. So I've got code for this already. Now I have no experience in designing Chrome extensions, and so to do this I was able to use ChatGPT to do it. So that's the beauty of these AI LLMs. They allow you to create cool tools. So that is what I'm going to be building off of. I've got some I was testing some GigaF models the other day, and I went about quantizing some of them so that I can try to make it as fast as possible. So I actually have a Q4 quant right here, but let me see. What I need to actually focus on is this server part of things, because this is where all of the processing is actually happening. So I think what I can do is just create a new function. We'll call it send to LLM. I'm not good with my naming, so call send to LLM. And then what I was previously doing is just getting data from the web browser and then just sending that sentence back to the web browser. And so that's what was demonstrated with this running. So yeah, you would get it like this, and so it would just output it back. We go inspect the console. Let's see what we can get. Content script running. Okay, well, I'm not getting anything there. But yeah, I want to modify the response back. And so, yeah, let me now change this up a little bit. And what I'm going to do is copy this Q4 quant, copy into here. Alright, so we've got our GigaF model here. And all I need to do, I think, is just have some type of initialization function. So ideally, it'd be better if I just have both right next to each other. This one. So I'm just gonna say def load LLM, initialize LLM. No, I think I can do something like this. Equals none, and then make it global. LLM. And then, okay. So then what I need to now do is install Llama CPP Python. And so Llama CPP Python. I go ahead and do that with this. Install CUDA. I had troubles with the CMake installation for CUDA, so I'm actually just gonna do the pre-built version. And so what I can do here is just activate that virtual environment, paste that in there, and throw in CUDA 121. Oops. Oh. Delete this. Alrighty. So that's going to install that engine is what we need to run our Llama 3 model. So in this case, we're going to rename this, copy relative path, go down here, throw that in there. Okay, and then go ahead and do import Llama. Oh no, actually, what is it? For import Llama CPP, import Llama with a capital. Alrighty, so I'm gonna do that, and so that should load Llama. And we need to put a load call in there. Okay, so now what we can do is just copy the code here, but actually what I have here is a streaming completion, which I don't want to do at the current moment, so forget. What did I create? Chat completion. I think it's I think it is that one. Create chat completion. Yeah. Okay. I think .llm. Let me go to the documentation. Remember, see which one it was. I think I just scrolled past it. I think it's this one right here. Okay. Create chat completion is what I can do. Messages equals all this. Oh wait. No, I can do it with this one. I just had to turn off streaming. Okay. So let's go ahead and copy this part, and I'm just gonna change how this works a little bit. Okay, stream false. I forget what here, actually I need to test this because I forget what it returns if I do it like this, so give me a second. Alrighty, so just rerunning it. I had stream on true before that. Okay, so I need to do choices and then choices, one message. I think, let's see, print stream dot choices, the first one, and then message, and then I think that should give me the output that I want. Actually, let's do what's up. I'll change that so it's not taking so long. Oh, was it message or messages? Okay, message. Okay, chat completion. Okay, chat completion message, content, and then I need to do content. I believe this is a Alright, cool. So that is how I'm going to return back the response inside of here. So since it's no longer stream, I'm just going to call this response and change that up here. Response choices, take the first element, dot message, dot content. Okay, cool. So go ahead and sentence, or we will need a messages, but since I'm not doing a conversation with it, I just need to have a single response back. What I can do is just create the list here. Role system, and then I believe it's content. You are to break down this sentence. You are to li explain like I'm 5 this sentence and give a brief overview of what it means. And then alrighty, so now let's do role user content, and in here I will do f-string sentence. Oh my gosh, I can't type. Sentence, comma. Okay. I don't like how that looks. Okay. I'll go like this. Okay, pass in the messages, response back. I'll actually return this chat message. We'll do that. Turn that and chat message. Okay, so now sentence, received sentence. I'm gonna copy this out, send to LLM, and we will send in the sentence, and then LLM response equals that, and we'll pass in LLM response. Alright. Cool. Okay, so I think this should work. Now if I run this server, it's going to load. Hold on. Did it load? guess it did load. All right. Let's see, task manager. Let's see if we got it inside of. Well, I'm not seeing it inside of my GPU. Oh yeah, no, it loaded. It just loaded pretty quick. All right, so that case, I think I should be able to just use it like this and see if it generates a response. Let's see where we at. Server. To use, oh, I need to install OpenAI, pip install OpenAI. Okay, cool. So with that, we should be able to, let's refresh this page. Let's go ahead and highlight this. It'll take a little bit of time and then it should respond back. Oh, wow. Okay. Nice. Well, holy, that is a long response. Please, you must keep the response as short. You must keep the response as short as one sentence. You must keep the response one sentence long. Okay. All right. Cool. So it works. So that is awesome. Now, the only thing would be just how fast it is. Let's see. Someone has lost their physical strength and sense of touch in the fingertip, making it... Okay. Cool. Alrighty. So that means we could dive into something like, let's just go like speech GPT, and search up a sentence. Here's a simple explanation. Large compute programs that can understand and respond to different types of input, like the release of ChatGPT. Cool. Alrighty. That is awesome. Alrighty. Now I would like to be able to see how it handles more complex stuff. Like my main thing for this was to try to read it. Was try to read PDFs and stuff like that. So let's see, research. Maybe we'll search something up like that's a little bit more. Attention is all you need. Paper. Let's see. Okay. Okay. HTML experimental. Okay. So. Oh. Alright, no responses popping up here. So let me see if it's actually getting... Hey! What happened? Exception, access violation. An illegal memory access was encountered. Okay. So it was dialed. Alright, let's try this. Oi. This is... Okay, so if there is a if there is an English, if there's an HTML page of it, I can actually use this tool to read through things. But there is a couple of issues that that occur. So for example, if I have a sentence here. Oh, did my app crash? It did. What does this mean? Okay, this might be when if I'm trying to do it. Maybe if I'm trying to do like 2 responses at a time. Let me see if that is the behavior. Let's see. 1. Okay, well, this is what I was describing earlier. So if I highlight something down there, it doesn't do the current position I have on the page. It instead just uses the initial one. Okay, so let me go like this. Okay, so I don't think I can call it multiple times. Alright, so, or it's gonna cause issues. So we're gonna take our handy dandy ChatGPT and modify it in a way so that it doesn't do that. So I need to handle a situation where I am doing multiple lookups with this API call. What happens is if I try to call it twice before the previous one isn't finished, I'll get memory, get CUDA, illegal memory errors. What would you do to resolve this issue? Alright, throw that in there. Yep, we need some type of queue. Okay. Request queue, serialize access and alrighty, so throws it into a queue so that I think the issue with this is that say we do a bunch of stuff in a queue, it's going to start returning them back in a queue, and I might be on a new sentence already, so we're just gonna go ahead and throw this in there and run it. And I think that that is exactly the issue that I'll run into. Okay. Yeah, so that is the issue. So here is the issue. Can't do a static queue like this because if I move, because of the way that I'm shoot, stop. Oh my god. So here's the issue. I can't do a static queue like this because of the way that I am using the code. I have a browser extension that works by holding shift to look up what a sentence might be. Let me share that with you. Alright, so here is my sentence scanner. Content.js. Background.js. And then so what happens is that if I highlight one or more sentences and the response is not quick enough to come back, then by the time I get to sentence number 6, it might be still still generating a response for sentence number 2. So instead, I would like to skip and remove all of the previous instances in the queue to process the current sentence that I am using. Alright, we'll go ahead and send that modification. And so I've actually found that GPT 4.0 is better than Claude, and so I've been using GPT 4.0 for my use cases. And that the fact that there's 128k token limit is very good. Alright. Clear the queue before adding the new request. I wonder if this is going to cause any issues. Let's see. Clear the queue. Function removes all items in the queue. Process the queue. Continuous process when a new sentence is received. Okay. Alrighty. Let's go with that. Stop it. Go ahead, rerun it. Okay, so not working as I intend. Let me think through this. Okay, send a response. Process a sentence. Data request JSON. Sentence data. Result queue. Clear the queue before adding the new request. Queue put. Request queue put sentence result queue get. Okay. Equal. Wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. Maybe this has to do with the way that it's processing the requests from the browser. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because it seems like it's only sending a new post request after the previous one. So essentially, it's just going one by one inside of the HTML or inside of the browser extension. So this implementation doesn't seem like it'll work due to the browser waiting for a response before it sends a new post. Essentially queuing up in the extension rather than the code itself. Do you see this as an issue? Let's see. Okay, single-threaded approach with a shared state to track and process only the latest information. Okay, now this is beyond what I know, so latest request variable stores the latest response process and latest response close the corresponding time. Okay, let's go ahead and copy that in here, throw that in there. Cannot access local variable latest request where it is not associated with. Cannot access local variable latest request where it is associated with, where it is not associated with a value. Why does it go through the okay. All right. All right, with that, I get this. Latest request. Oh, there is no, it's not global. Okay. Latest response is what's global. Okay, let's try this again. 1, 2. So it never gets with latest request lock. Okay. Alright, so it looks like it never gets processed. Now it's all getting processed. Maybe instead of having a it all route to one function, maybe I can have a function that receives everything, and then inside inside of the Python code it processes the sentences and does all the logic that I need. Alright, so let's see what ChatGPT thinks about that. So this implementation doesn't work. So let's move back a step to this code. What I would actually like to do is break the Python code down into a few more functions where I have one function that receives the requests, a separate one that will send. The issue seems to be that when I route to one function, that it waits for the response before sending another post to it. What do you think about this? Since it would routed like this: post Python sends back received message, etc. Python, meanwhile, Python is processing the first post and will return the most relevant one that's needed. Okay, I wonder if that makes sense. Receive request, immediately acknowledge it, process the request in the background, so the result, create an endpoint to retrieve the latest processed result. Here's the modified code. Okay. Send to LLM. Okay, process queue, process sentence, get response. Receive sentence, close the queue to ensure, okay, but the product. Alright, content.js. Whoa! I don't know what it removed, but alright, we'll go ahead and try this out. Server. Throw that in there, content in JS. Alright, and now that we've updated our JavaScript, let's go ahead and remove load unpacked sentence scanner. Alrighty, I'd run this server. Alright, let's highlight one, make sure it still works. Okay, so process queue. Okay, vetting. All right, now I am in over my head for this, but let's break this down and see what's going on. Now, it doesn't help that I've never built a Google Chrome extension before, so we will have to see what's going to work. Okay, post, process sentence, data, clear the queue. Okay, puts it into a queue. Okay, it's refreshed. Well, it seems like it never gets processed. Oh, it does get processed. Okay. So, chat message, it goes sent to LLM with LLM lock. I don't think this LLM lock is doing anything. I take that back. I think it is. Latest response. Let's see. Print. Latest response. Alright, well, I'm gonna ask and see if it can help me break this down. Could you help me break down what is happening? So here is the terminal output and the modified code server.py code. So it's never sending the response back to be displayed in the box in the browser. What do you think is happening? Okay, so it's just all 202? Is that what's happening? Process, use a lock to ensure only one request. Client sends multiple GET requests to check for the latest response. We're seeing the response is not being sent back to the client. Client will not be pulling too frequently or not waiting long enough for the response to be ready. State management. Increase polling interval. Check state management. Okay. Debug logging. Added print statements to have code to track the flow, ensure timing, detect the polling intervals. Alright. I think I'll leave that. 1 second is fine. Right, that is a little messy. Let me try this again. All right. Here is a new stack trace from the terminal. Alright, no response available yet. Get options. Server receives the sentence, clears the queue, adds sent to the queue, and presses set to the latest response to return the response. Pulling interval response handling. Ensure the browser extension correctly handles and displays the response. I went somewhere real quick. I forgot what I was doing. Content. Okay, I gotta update my content.js. Let's see. What did it change? I don't know what it changed, but remove. Let's go ahead, unpack. Excuse me. Maybe I'm like not seeing it, or okay, wait, hold on. So I send a response, queue, no response available yet, no response available yet, no response. Okay, so what's happening? So received sentence, attention is all you need. Queue cleared, and new sentence added. Processing sentence. Okay, processing sentence. Let's see what happened to my music. Okay. Processing, wait, hold on. Processing sentence. Is this? Okay, this phrase, set latest response. Get phrase, returning response. Where is Okay, returning a response. Okay, so it looks like it returns a response, but it's also continually calling get response. So let me see what's going on here. Let's take a look at what is happening here. So it seems like it's sending the sentence, generating a response, and then it is actually returning a response, as we can see in the message. However, for some reason, it keeps polling get response. What is happening here? This state. Okay, the issue seems to be that the latest response variable is being set to none after the response is returned, but this state is not being communicated back to the browser extension. It's polling even after receiving the response. Add a flag to indicate processing. Add a flag to indicate what the processing is done. Ensure proper handling in the client. Client stops polling after receiving a valid response. Okay. What is happening here? Failed to fetch. Failed to fetch. Maybe this is what's happening. I'll have to take a look at that. The console. Alright. Throw that code in there. Stops polling function. Alrighty. Alright, go ahead and save that. Go ahead and run this. Go ahead and remove, unpack this. Alrighty. Cool. Alright, refresh this. Let's do one sentence process. Okay, so it looks like it does it correctly. Okay, it looks like it's processing correctly on the Python side of things, but let's see what's going on inside of let's see what's going on inside of here. Oh, stop. Access to from origin has been blocked by core's policy. No access control allow origin header is predated. Okay, so alright, it seems to be being processed correctly in the Python now. The look of things. However, this is the response in the web browser console. So due to cross-origin resource sharing, the browser is blocking the request to your Flash server because they're on different origin. Running extension on. Resolve this to enable cores. This can be done. Flash cores. What is Flask cores? Okay. Already. Already. Let's go ahead and run that. Browser extension stays the same. Oh, nice. Already. Cool. Now, after a lot of testing and debugging, we've got it. Got it working. Let's see if this works. Nice. Alrighty. I have 50% of a clue on exactly what was occurring, but well, looks like things are working correctly. So you see all the post requests here, and what will happen when I go to this last one, you'll have the last post, and then oops, you'll have the last post and says this. What is this sentence sending? Hold on. Okay, work. I guess it's sending this last one for some reason. Let's see, let's go like this. Oops, sorry. Yeah. Alright, equal contribution. We'll end at equal contribution. See if that sent it. Okay, so it sent that last one and it returned it as the last response. So I think it's working as I intended. So what's happening is as I'm scanning all these, it's sending the request, but in the background the LLM is actually only processing one. And then so when I end at a sentence, let's say this one here, that'll be the last post, and then it'll also be the latest response in the queue, because the LLM is being blocked, and so it won't process the last one until I'm at the end of it. So, alrighty, cool. Now what I need to fix are a couple of the like graphical bugs here. Alrighty, cool. So we can now move on to that, and I think the main logic part of it has been resolved. So now we can focus on some of the quality of life stuff. Cool. Looks like this implementation works. Now we need to focus on some of the display aspects of the browser extension. For example, when I open a fresh page, the location of the pop-up after scanning is correct. However, if I scroll down and then scan sentences on a portion lower where I scrolled down, the pop-up is only visible when I scroll back up. Can you see what might be going on here? Does not account for current score. Alrighty. Oh wow. Okay, so this is one thing that's also cool with the latest version of ChatGPT is it gives you the full full code that you actually need. So I very much appreciate that. And that's the biggest thing that made Claude for me better than ChatGPT. But yeah, now it's present in ChatGPT. Okay, so that was show pop-up. That is what I needed to fix. And then pop-up style. And I want to see if I can resolve the font color. The font color issue because it's coming up as white, which I don't know why. Highlight sentence. Okay. Clear highlights on click, start polling. Style, background color, white, border, padding, text, content, text. Okay, where is text mentioned? Text, slice, extract intent. Okay, so I think what it's doing is it's taking the font as well and the color of the text and returning it back. So let's see if this issue is resolved first. So let me go ahead and remove this browser extension. Let's go ahead, unload unpacked. Or load unpacked. Let's go back. Okay, send a sentence. Okay, scroll down. Current models. Alrighty. Alrighty, cool. Now there's one last issue, and it's the fact that it takes the font color of the text I scanned and inputs that into the pop-up box. I need it to be black as the pop-up itself is white, making any gray text I scan hard to read. Alrighty, show pop-up, cool. Alrighty, cool. Throw that in there. Oh, I don't need to stop that because I'm just changing the extension. Let's go ahead and remove extensions. Go ahead and unload. And boom. Alright, let's go back. Let's go ahead and run this. Oh, nice. There we go. Okay, cool. Sweet. Here's an explanation. Self-attention allows the model to look at different parts of the sentence and say, oh, this word is important. Cool. Let's see. There's a structure, a hierarchy. Alrighty. It looks like we are getting through it. It doesn't seem to be able to handle these special characters correctly. Explanation some terms. Go. Comparing and weighing parts, importance. Okay, of course, cannot do that. Probably have to look that up. Alrighty, so I don't know why it's I don't know what the format for like these is. So it looks like this, I guess, which is why it's not allowing me to highlight them. So one of the biggest reasons that I want to create this extension excuse me, is to read research papers. Now the issue is that highlighting sentences with variables in them, it stops right before variables and then sends that partial sentence to my application. This is an example of what happens when I copy and paste into Notepad. How do I handle cases like this? This involves ensuring that I recognize non-alphanumeric. Can you get sentence under cursor? Character validation is defined and included. Filtering checks if there are any invalid characters and removes them. Okay, let's go ahead and reload the application, the extension, remove, load, unpacked, boom. Alright, refresh the page. Oi. What the heck? Ah, interesting. Let me see. Get sentence under cursor. That should be included. Okay, so if I go here. Maybe it looks different inside of How do I look at these things inside of here? I guess there must be a something else that's happening here. Let's see. It still stops short in these sentences. Where it'll send, for example, but it's supposed to send is in, what did they say, HTML-X or something like that? HTML-X? For elements within text nodes, we can do this by traversing the DOM tree. Delayed onset muscle soreness. Concatenate the text content. Here's an enhanced version. Can I get sentence under cursor? Paste. Alright, let's see if that works better. Remove, load unpacked, sentence scanner, refresh the page. Okay, still does not. Still is not working. How would I inspect the element of the sentence so that I can identify what exactly is being parsed in the web page? Use the element selector tool, usually a mouse cursor icon on the top left corner to select the sentence. Click on the sentence and the corresponding element. Alrighty, let me go ahead and put these instructions to the side so that I can read it. Alright, Control I, go select an element on the page. Element selected tool, click on the sentence on the web page. Okay. Wait, hold on. I need to turn off this extension. Here, let me just turn that off. Okay. All right, sentence selector. Let's go down. So do this one. Input consists of oops. No, I did not want to shift. Okay, well, how do I highlight these so I can send it to ChatGPT? That's okay. I will just do this. Send a picture to ChatGPT. All right, here we go. Let's bring it back in here. So I need to have it handle instances like this. I need to include that math tag until the period. Can you change it as shown in the screenshot? All right. Now I wonder if it I wonder if there's an issue because it's going to send the entire thing to ChatGPT. Updated get sentence under cursor function. Whoa, it just sent me the whole thing. Alrighty, well, this is gonna be the last thing that I do in this video before I gotta go. So let me go ahead and remove this and unload, unpack, sentence scanner. Make sure it's turned on. It's turned on. Alright, refresh the page and let's try this. Hey, what happened to my highlight? Okay, so it looks like it's doing the highlight correct. Maybe because I did need to. Can you rewrite the whole content.js? Oh wait, hold on, not rewrite. Can you write this into the whole content.js? Let's do that. Alright, so I think it's handling it correctly, but as I suspected earlier, if we take a look at the way it's sending it over into the Python terminal, it's got all of these additional additional things in here. So I think Llama can. It seems like Llama can process these correctly. Maybe all of this was inside of its training data, so it's able to parse through all of that and come up with a comprehensible output. So let me update this real quick. Throw this into content.js. Remove load unpacked and sentence scanner. Alrighty. Sentence scanner. And refresh the page. Okay, so now it's containing too much. So yeah, what's happening when I highlight like this for example, it's doing all of this stuff. So I need to change that. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. I guess just coding session. And well, yeah, I'm just gonna end it there. So if you watched all the way through, very much appreciated, and yeah, see you later.